Ever scroll through your feed and wonder, how did this video get a million views? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that very process. We're going to deconstruct a script for an emotionally powerful video to see how ancient traditions and deep feelings get repackaged for the digital age. And it all starts with one single sentence. This line, this is the heart of it all. It's a thought from an old woman in the script, and it's the emotional engine that drives the entire video. You see, it's a statement of pure personal devotion, and it's that raw feeling that creators are trying to bottle up and share with the world. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First up, we'll look at the spark, the person who inspires the whole thing. Then we'll explore the canvas, which is the setting. After that, we'll get into the craft of the tribute itself, check out the toolkit used to make it shine, and finally, we'll analyze the result, how it's all designed to become an emotional viral hit. All right, so to really get why a video like this would resonate with so many people, we have to start with its subject. The whole story is a tribute to a man named Delwar Hossain Sayyedi. Now, what's fascinating here is just how complex his legacy is. On one side, he's seen by many as a distinguished scholar, a famous preacher who authored dozens of books. But on the other side, his life was filled with major controversy, from his political ties to very serious accusations connected to the 1971 Liberation War. And it's this exact mix of deep reverence and intense public debate that creates the kind of powerful emotions that fuel viral content. Okay, so next up, let's talk about the stage for this story, because the setting here isn't just a backdrop, it's practically a character in its own right. It's been very carefully chosen to make you feel a sense of authenticity, a kind of timeless tradition. The script wants us to picture a quiet, peaceful village. You know the look, these vast green paddy fields stretching out as far as the eye can see. This imagery immediately takes you to a place that feels natural, calm, and kind of worlds away from our busy modern lives. And the path she takes is a huge part of the story. She's an older woman moving this creation she's made. The script specifically calls for village roads. So we're talking about these curvy, muddy, unpaved paths. It's a small detail, but it says so much about simplicity, about struggle, and about how organic her mission is. And to top it all off, you'd sprinkle in these little symbols of local culture, maybe some traditional sampan boats floating down a river, or just little glimpses of everyday village life. These details are great because they make the story feel very specific, but also, somehow, universal. It helps build a world that just feels real. So, we have the person who inspired the story, and we have the place where it happens. Now let's get to the main event, the physical act of creation. This is where that deep feeling of devotion becomes something you can actually see and touch. The script lays this out like a little three-act play. Act 1, she gathers these really simple natural materials, bamboo, grass, leaves. Act 2, she weaves them together into this incredible sculpture. But then, and this is the crucial part, it gets destroyed by people mocking her. Which leads us to Act 3. She rebuilds it. And this time, it's bigger and more beautiful. That act of resilience is the emotional core of the whole story. It's faith in action right there on screen. Okay, the story is powerful. It's got heart. But a great story doesn't go viral on its own. How do you take this quiet, humble act and make sure millions of people see it? Well, this is where the digital toolkit comes into play. Technology is about to give this story a massive megaphone. The narration is absolutely key. The script suggests using an AI voice that sounds like an elderly person, and that's a very deliberate choice to make it more emotional. With apps like an AI Bangla voice generator, creators can literally just type in text and get this perfect, natural-sounding voiceover. It's an incredible tool for setting the tone without ever stepping into a recording studio. All right, next tool, you have definitely seen this a million times, even if you don't know the name for it. Chroma key, or just green screen. You know how in the final seconds of the video, a little like and subscribe animation just pops up so seamlessly? That's how it's done. This technique lets editors layer videos on top of each other perfectly, and it's what gives so many videos online that professional, polished feel. Now, here's what you've got to understand. None of this is an accident. Every single choice is designed to make you feel something. They pick a slow, emotional Islamic song, a nasheed, for the background music. They use fast-forward editing to make the rebuilding look super dramatic and inspiring. They layer on those polished animations. And, of course, it all ends with a direct call to action asking you to like and subscribe. It's a formula. So let's put all the pieces together. This is where you see that perfect merger of old world tradition and new world technology. It's all engineered to be shared. You could even call it an emotional algorithm. So, what's the secret sauce here? How do you really do it? How do you take an act that is so personal, so full of faith, and make it connect with millions of people all over the world on their phones? This chart breaks down the formula beautifully. You start with a traditional element, like deep-seated devotion. You pair it with a digital tool like an AI voiceover, and boom, you get an emotional connection. You take a handmade craft, you speed it up with editing, and you inspire awe. You take that rustic scenery, add some professional effects, and it feels both authentic and polished. And finally, you take a simple story and give it wings with targeted hashtags, and you get massive distribution. And that last part about distribution is so important. This video isn't just uploaded into thin air. No, it's tagged with very specific curated hashtags, things like hashtag Islamic reminders. This is like plugging the video directly into an existing conversation, straight to the communities on YouTube and TikTok who are already looking for exactly this kind of content. And that really brings us to the heart of it all. What we've just taken apart isn't just a video script. It's a perfect snapshot of our world today. It's a place where our oldest and deepest emotions, things like faith, respect, and resilience, are being translated into the language of the algorithm. They're packaged to be liked, to be shared, and to go viral. And it leaves you with a really big question. What comes next in this powerful collision between tradition and technology?